Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my best of beauty so far. This is where I show you all the best products that have either released this year or that I discovered this year so far. I've been doing this for a while now. I always love end of the year roundup beauty videos. However, I wanted them more. So this is kind of my way of doing more of those videos. So I'm going to share with you my absolute favorite products that I have discovered so far this year. I'm wearing all of them on my face as well. So if you like what you see, I'll have it listed below in the what I'm wearing section, so you can go check that out. But we're going to jump right into products as I apply them to my skin. Though I do have fragrance, hair, skincare, all that too in this video. I'll have that at the end. Starting off with primer, this one is affordable from the drugstore. I was so happy when I used this product. It was because someone tagged me on TikTok about this. They knew I'd like it and I love it so much. It's from Milani, and I don't tend to find a lot of products from Milani because they're kind of hard to get for me, especially newer products. But this is the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. If you were disappointed when Huda Beauty, the Glowish line, had their potted primer and they went to the squeezy tube, which is not as thick, this one is exactly like the Glowish primer, which I love so much. The texture and consistency is very comparable to that. It's just a different color. I slept holding my self-tan again. You can actually see the fingerprints on my arm, so disregard my hands. I need to wear mitts or something when I sleep because I always just hold my body. It's not putting tanner on my hands because I don't. It's because I hold my body, look. Back to the primer, it smooths out your skin like no other. It's so good. I use this all over my face too because I do have some texture on my cheeks and it works perfectly. I don't find it too drying. It just smooths and blurs exactly like it says. And if you're looking for that, look no further than the drugstore. It's Milani and it comes with a little spatula too. Packaging formula, 10 out of 10. Definitely check this out. I discovered a full coverage BB cream with SPF. Korean made. It is Purito and it's their Wonder Relief Centella BB cream. And I have that on my skin today mixed with a little of my Beauty Blender foundation just for color correction. I love this because it's full on, full coverage in a BB cream and you get your SPF, which is really incredible. So they don't have very many shades. I have to mix even for me. It's still worth it though. I think this is under $10 US per product, so it's pretty affordable. So me buying two, no big deal, and I'm getting my SPF. So this is really good for summer. Definitely check this out if you're looking for something for the summertime. BB cream, coverage, SPF, wears amazing, check, check, check. Everything it checks. Definitely check that out. Then I discovered this. It's the About Face foundation. This recently came to Shoppers in Canada and they have really great olive undertones if you're looking for olive undertone at the drugstore. I think this formula is so skin-like, really good coverage too. You can build it up. It does have a big doe foot applicator, which I don't personally care for because it's so big that I feel like it gets stuck and can potentially fling the formula. That's hard to say. Looks skin-like, wears well. It just looks really beautiful on the skin. Very glowy finish though, if that's not your thing. But I love it and it's been one of my favorite finds this year. For stick foundation, Merit, this is so good, and for contour because I have a deeper shade for contour, which is in Tiger Eye. So I love this to chisel the face, but my all over skin shade is Suede. And for Merit, I always worried that it wouldn't have enough coverage, but it definitely does. And this is so easy to blend out on the skin, great coverage and wear in a stick formulation. So if you're looking for convenience of a stick, you can use it multi-purpose. Contour, concealer, foundation, whatever you're looking for. This also is a one and done sort of product, so recommend for my quick makeup days, or if you like something minimal, this is a really good option. Concealer or foundation, you decide what this is as well. It's the L'Oreal Skin Ink, and this has been getting kind of hit and miss reviews. I wouldn't say this is for everyone, it's quite dry, but it's so thin. If you can find your shade and get this to work for you, it is incredibly thin and long wearing, quite matte though, so it just depends on the finish you like, but I love this actually as a foundation because initially I tried this underneath my eyes and I wish it had just a little bit more coverage, but as a foundation, it's the perfect sort of medium coverage, which is my preference for all over my skin. So I love this as a foundation, not a concealer, but it definitely works for a concealer if you don't have as much to cover, but I have kind of a lot to cover underneath my eyes, so I need to bump up the coverage with my NARS Soft Matte or something like that to make it work as a concealer, but I definitely can. Try it out as a foundation if you haven't already, because initially I thought this was just a concealer and I only used it as a concealer. I found out you could use it multi-purpose and I tried it as a foundation and it's absolutely incredible. For concealer, I haven't really discovered a new one that I love. We have the L'Oreal, but I use it as a foundation. And then for corrector, the Kosas one I think is amazing. If you're looking for brightness underneath your eyes, worked before your concealer, I think it's amazing for correcting any sort of darkness, for brightening. It is a really beautiful consistency and finish too if you have a drier under eye as well. So I love the Kosas concealer. So I wasn't shocked that I liked this formula as well, but if you're looking for brightness, this brightens my under eye like no other. So I love this, especially combined with the pink powder to really give that pink look underneath the eyes. It's really, really beautiful. I didn't know where this would fall for complexion, but I've been using these as mixers, and this is a recent discovery of mine from Naked Sundays. So if you're into bronzing or illuminating drops, but don't want anything with glitter or shimmer and just like that pigment to use as even lightening products or darkening, this just really appeals to the makeup artist and me, I guess, because the formulas are so unique. And since I often fluctuate in my self-tan, I love using these to add some lightness, some glow, some bronze into my existing foundation products, just to play around with the finish and the color. I just love these. You can work this on top of your makeup if you want as well, but I prefer these as mixers and also all over the body. I had questions if this sets on the skin, and this actually has a really great dry down with SPF. So if you're looking to bronze or highlight and wanting to use this on the body as well, you can mix it in with moisturizer too. It's just so multi-purpose. Instead of buying all these products with shimmer for the summer, just use this and mix it in with everything. These are from Naked Sundays, which I recently discovered. I'll link below. You can get it at Shoppers, their website. SPF 50 in both products. So if you're into SPF in your makeup, perfect for summer, body, face, whatever you're using these for, highly recommend. For powder, I have a couple standouts. I'm still waiting for the L'Oreal Blurfaction powder. I forget what it's called because I don't have it in Canada yet, but I want to get my hands on that. These have been standouts for me for new launches, especially these limited edition Charlotte Tilbury Heart palettes. I got both of the shades because they're so pretty. I thought I would like the pink one more, but I actually really love the peach shade. I think it's so fitting and flattering for when I have a tan, the summertime. I love how they have a brightening finishing powder and a blush, which you can use to actually lighten the blush or give that blended look. You can mix them together, use them separate. Again, this is a product that just the makeup lover and makeup artist in me just loves to play around with because it can get the most beautiful blend and finish with these products. And then this was a surprising discovery for me because I've been really into pink powder for underneath my eyes, but there hasn't been a loose one that I've really loved. I've tried the Cherry Blossom from Huda Beauty, and then as soon as I tried this one, it's even more finely milled and smooth for underneath my eyes, and it's from Florasis. I've never heard anyone talk about this, but they call it their Peach Blossom powder. This looks pink on me, but it has the word peach in it, but it looks pink for me. So this is so nice and light and smooth. It just sets so wonderfully underneath the eyes, non-drying. Just the perfect brightness and smoothness for underneath your eye if you prefer something loose. I would definitely recommend this. I use this in a Trying New Makeup, but go check it out. You can see how beautiful this powder is. It's so thin. I love it so much. Arguably my favorite category, we have bronzer here. I love to use it to sculpt my face with it. A lot of times my makeup is more of a bronze tour sort of situation. I don't often contour then bronze. I kind of combine the two, but if I were to pick something for contour, I love the Rare Beauty contour, and I don't think this is this year, but this is what I've been using into this year, is the Rare Beauty one. This gives a really pretty luminous finish, but if you want something more matte, then this one from Benefit is really nice. It's their Hula Wave, and it's a cream product that sets to a powder. This I can only use when I'm more fair because it's the original Hula color, so it's a little light and ashy for me right now, but I do love this for when I'm more fair, and this would be better for the summertime if you're more oily, I think. But if you're more dry, like year-round dry like me, the Rare Beauty is a great option, but I love both formulas, but they're both very, very different depending on what you're going for. 3 new bronzers that I tried this year that I love. For a matte finish, the YSL is my absolute favorite, and then for a glowy finish, the new Haus Labs ones, and they're talc free now, so I love this color. I'm wearing it today. It's the Terrasol Light Medium. I think it's the perfect tone for me. I was a huge fan of the old Haus Labs bronzers. They were my favorite of all time, and this one is just as good. So I've been reaching for this most days. And then I do really like the Mario launch that he has for his bronzer. It's a little bit more rosy though, which can work for times that I have that red in me, like today, I think would work really nicely, this specific color, and it's very blurring. In terms of how matte this is, it's kind of in between the YSL and the Haus Labs because it doesn't have glow, but it's also not as matte as the YSL because sometimes the YSL can be a little too matte. It's kind of the perfect in between if you don't want something with a glowy finish, but you also don't want to be over mattified. I have the shade medium in that one. For blush, I feel like we're going to be here for a century. I'll try and go fast through these. All are different because of their formula. If they're cream, liquid, we have more matte, more shimmery ones. I have basically every variety of blush in here to share with you. This is all encompassing for blush for this year, but my number one for this year so far has been the Tower 28. I think it's slept on. I'm not hearing enough people talk about it. It is blurring, and this color specifically is so gorgeous on the skin. Perfect for the summer. This is the shade Long Beach Iced Tea. I have it on my cheeks today. It is my perfect color for blush. It complements any look that I do. I love blush, but I also love kind of that blended monochromatic look, and I often lean towards tones like this for lips, eyes, whatever. So it just kind of works for my skin tone, for the tones I like, and I think it just works with every look, honestly, and just gives that blurred finish, which I love. So if you were to only pick one blush, this would be it. However, if you want to know all my blush recommendations, I have many. So we do have some glowy finish blushes, which I think are stunning. They do have some matte formulas too, but I do much prefer the shimmery formula. And these are the YSL Make Me Blush blushes. And I've gone on and on about shade 93, which is kind of like a NARS Orgasm vibe if you like that sort of tone. But these are absolutely stunning and one of my favorite blush launches of the year. This was potentially favorite formula of all time. That's how much I loved the finish of this, but it kind of depends on how my skin is because these do have some glow to them. So I often reach for a more matte formula just for texture on the cheeks, but when I'm feeling a glow and I don't want to add in highlight or anything like that, this gives me a highlighted look with that blushy, glowy finish, which I personally really love as well. Then if you love a bronzer, which I think would look perfect for today's look, this is from Say, and this is the most glowy of the finishes that I have, and it's in the shade Chow. So this kind of gives that sun-kissed, sunburnt look to the skin. It's the perfect kind of terracotta, bronzy red, just overall sun-kissed blush. If you're looking for true bronzer, this gives you that in a blush, but with tons of glow, so I love that. And then we have some cream liquid finishes here, which I wanted to quickly mention. This is a dual-ended product with bronzer and blush from Physicians Formula. So creamy and flattering, so easy to blend out. I love this so much. Another drugstore find that's a hidden gem. Absolutely amazing. Highly recommend. Then I recently tried this one from Sashu. One of my favorite pinks that I've personally tried, just the tone of this. I think they really know how to do pinks in their collection because I have a lip product that I'm going to mention from them, but they're kind of similar, this blush and that pink lip. I used this, I think, in my most recent trying new makeup, but go check it out. It's a long wearing liquid blush. Long wearing. I'm telling you, like super long wearing if you need a long wear blush. I do like the Dior blush sticks, but I don't think this is a necessity, but I have liked this for launches this year, specifically because it's a red shade, and you know, I love a good red blush. It gives me that glow that I love, especially for the summertime, something light on the skin. I don't feel like these are the most long wearing because they're so sheer in pigment, but I think it's a really great introductory red because the formula is so easy to use, I feel. If I want the most glowy finish of all my blushes in terms of creams, this gives you it. Almost too glowy for me at times. That's why I'm just mentioning this in passing, but it's the Haus Labs. And these blushes, I have another one, but I really love the new shades they came out with, but I often tone down the glow of these because it's a little too much for me. They are easy to go over a fully set face, so that's kind of why I like the formula. This is in Glassy Cinnamon. It's just a really beautiful bronzer shade like I've been talking about. Has that perfect amount of brown to it, but also the warmth that I really like. Then topped with the Say blush, you're really gonna glow. So those two are really pretty together. And those are all my blushes, along with in the Charlotte Tilbury palette and this palette here. This is the NARS Hot Escape Cheek palette. It was also limited edition, so hopefully you can still get your hands on it, but it has been one of my favorite launches of the year. And this is in the light shade, and you get the best tones in here. You get a really nice bronzer, this hot pink blush, which is stunning. It reminds me of the liquid from Sashu, but in a powder formulation. Then the highlight is beautiful. Reminds me of my favorite Sephora collection highlighter, actually. And then also you get this pink one, which is good for a topper, or you can mix, give a pink glow to the cheeks. Just all around great palette here if you want just everything all in one. And then just for a highlight you can buy from the drugstore, we have NYX. The Buttermilk highlighters. Look no further. Just go to the drugstore for this. This is so nice. I have this on my inner corner to give that brightening effect. I do have a little bit on my cheeks too. I didn't want to go too overboard with this because this is like 2016 blinding highlight sort of formula. So it depends if you still like that, but I love it. And you can get this at the drugstore. Moving on to liquid eyeshadows and cream bases. We have the Giorgio Armani liquid eyeshadow. This is the shade 25M. It's a really pretty matte tone shade, one and done for me. I love this all over the lid, blended into the crease, just a really easy everyday color. And then for a potted cream formula, this is better than MAC, and I don't know when these are coming to Canada because we recently got their palettes, their brushes, like we got all that, but we haven't got these yet. So I will keep you guys posted when I see it has launched, but these are so good. I almost didn't have these because I didn't know that my PR box pulled out and these were in the bottom and my husband found them in recycling. So thankfully he's good at checking because I did not see these in my package and I love these. They're creamier than MAC. They have better blendability and pigment. They are incredible for base or again a one and done eyeshadow color. So I have a bunch of shades in these that I love. This one's in mixed tape. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, they call it caramel, but it pulls taupe on me and I love that about it. And then Morphe also launched these new 6-pan eyeshadow palettes. I've been playing around with a couple more of the palettes. Initially, I tried out this Python Code one in a video. I love these middle shades that are kind of like that slurry sort of formula where you can wet and place on the eye. This one is a good dupe for the Patrick Ta, those single shadows that came with 2 colors. This bronze in here, I'm wearing it on my eye today. Oh my goodness, you need this. You need this palette. It's the Outer Spice. So cute. I love the name of this, but these colors in here are incredible. As I said, I just have that one on my eye, but this time I wet the formula. 10 out of 10. You need to check those out just for those special shades. It's 100% worth it. Favorite mascara currently is the Merit one. I haven't repurchased because I have some other open ones that I'm trying to go through that I don't want to waste, but another launch that I did love as well is the one from Giorgio Armani. Shockingly, I didn't know I would like this one as much as I do. Since this has dried out a bit, this gives me incredible length volume, but the separation, it looks like I have a million eyelashes with this. So the brush works for separation if you have issues with your eyes getting clumpy, which sometimes I can with tubing mascaras, but this one isn't tubing and it gives me incredible just separation, fans them out. Volume length wears nicely. Giorgio Armani, so good. Quick brow moment here. We have the Faux Brow from L'Oreal. So many amazing drugstore products. This video, I think I have a really good mix of high-end and drugstore so far this year. Both high-end and drugstore have been coming out with some incredible launches, and you can see that in this video that I do have quite a good mix of both. This is from the drugstore. It's the L'Oreal Faux Brow. It has a 2-prong tip, which I thought would be too spaced out, but this for the front portion of my brows. This gives me the best, most hair-like strokes on the market. It's incredible for the brows, and I purchased this from Shoppers. If you're looking for hair-like strokes and you like a pen, check this out from L'Oreal. And the last thing for eyes before we move on to lips are these Sephora Collection Colorful Shadow Stick-In Liners. I need everyone to try these now because the formula is so good. They say they're waterproof, and if you have issue with your waterline, you need these. They're easy to use because they're a thicker crayon. Mine don't look thick because I've been using a brush just to use these as eyeliner. So I have Cabernet Matte on my lash line right now, and I also have Eggplant Matte. These 2 colors both bring out the green in my eyes, and I wear these pretty much every day, alternating because I'm on an eyeliner kick, and I love to just add a little bit of colored liner to my lash line just to subtly enhance my eyes. You can't really see I'm wearing eyeliner most days, but it gives that little enhancement. I love these. These are my little secret to brightening my eyes, and I cannot get enough of the formula. And I use these in my waterline too, and they last. So really good, slept on, no one talks about them. Please try them out. I love these so much. My favorite lip liner of the year is something that I didn't think would be. It's from Tower 28. It's their one liner, and this is in Work of Art, and I got this because Billie Eilish did a lip look on TikTok. I like the color, but I just wanted to try it out because it was her combo, and this has been my favorite lip liner this year. I use it all the time, and I noticed how much it was similar to my MAC Cool Spice, which I did buy, and I love that too, but I've been reaching for the Tower 28 one more. I'm wearing it today. It just looks so good with my lip color, and to overline, it's very natural looking. It's not too dark, and usually I don't go this light for a lip liner, for me at least, but it's been working out. For single liners, this is what I've been reaching for, but I do have my Charlotte Tilbury Duo, which in medium you need to try. I let someone borrow it, so I don't have it physically here, but you'll see it in B-roll once I do get it back, but that has been a favorite too. I used it on someone for a makeup look because I love the colors so much, so I had to use that on them, but that has been a favorite launch as well. I especially love the lighter fill side, surprisingly. It's a little bit more pink, which shocked me because I don't typically go that route either, but I've found some different colors and tones that really work for me this year in lip liner, so I've been loving that. MAC came out with lipsticks from colors that people wanted brought back, and Flesh Pot, even though the tone is different, I think, because I did a comparison of these. It is slightly different, but I still love it regardless. So this is what I'm wearing on my lips today. Flesh Pot usually is what's on my lips mixed with the gloss. Before I forget, I do like this peel off lip liner. I've tried 2 other shades from Sashu. This is the only one that I like. It's in the shade Nude. It is so natural looking on my lips and great for summertime, so that when my lip products wear off, I still have liner and I don't have to bring it along with me. I can just bring my gloss. So love this just for convenience and color. For the wear, it's really good. For gloss, my Lise Watier and Litchi, I love that color. I can't find it right now. I think it's in a purse. I need to go looking for it, but I have my Giorgio Armani gloss here to remind me to mention that because it's a dupe for these glosses, the Prisma glosses, which I love. I'm so happy that I found that. And then for lip glosses, we have from Sashu the Lip Elixir, and this is the shade Bunny Tongue, which was something that was really popular on TikTok. People trying to find glosses that resemble the bunny's tongue because it's like the perfect pink. This is the perfect pink and the perfect bunny tongue color, like it's literally called that. So I haven't mentioned this on my channel yet. I was pretty sure I was going to mention it in my June favorites, but it has been a for sure favorite. The YSL lip oil launches along with the L'Oreal ones, they have been my favorite lip oils that are slightly plumping. I think if you don't want to spend YSL price tag, just get the L'Oreal ones. I have one in my purse right now, but wanted to mention both of those. Then Summer Fridays came out with their Lip Butter Balm in Pink Guava. Wearing that today. Pretty much have to pry this out of my hands. This is by far my favorite of the year, and I only got it because it launched early on Sephora Canada. Otherwise, I probably wasn't gonna get it. I'm so happy I did. It has been hard for me to use anything but that. The formula of this, someone said they're different. This color, it's like thinner. I love that this is thinner, if there is a difference. I just love the creaminess of it. The slip of it kind of reminds me of a gel, which I really love for a gloss. And then for SPF for the lips, recently discovered this from Naked Sundays. It's so pretty and it smells so good. So this is super high shine. I wore this in a Trying New Makeup recently. Go check out this gloss as well. It has been an absolute favorite if you're looking for SPF for your lips. Setting sprays. My number one probably is the new One Size One. It's incredible for how it melts your makeup. Truly incredible. And it's so lightweight, which is probably why I really like it, because it's such a fine mist and you don't need a lot of this to create that glass-like skin look, but with makeup. That's what it does. It just really melts it all together and makes you glow. It's incredible for one size. They killed it with this formula. And then if I want something with a little less glow, more wear, the Sephora Collection one has been really good. So if you don't want as glowy, this one's good and it will give you the wear. And then for SPF, we have the Naked Sundays one. This is the Hydrating Glow Mist Top-Up Spray. I've been keeping this in my beach bag, bringing this to the pool. It just lives in there now just to top up my SPF. Such a great idea just to have that SPF 50+. in a spray so I can just quickly spritz it on my face. For brushes, Morphe came out with these new antibacterial brushes, and I pulled some of my favorites to share with you, and I'll share the numbers. For blush, we have the M202, which is really nice for cream. This one's good for cream or liquid bronzer. It's the M242 brush. Has a little bit more stippling action to it. It works really nice for a liquid. I like this one for cream, this one for liquid, and then I've been trying to find a dupe for my Smith Cosmetics bronzing brush that I use and abuse. Like, it's the only bronzing brush I use. But look at this Morphe brush. It's a little bit thicker, but still similar shape. I'm so happy they have this brush. It's the M162, so if you're looking for powder brush, specifically bronzer, I love that it's tapered, so it's good to bronze store, which you know I love. So this is the perfect brush for that. For foundation, we have the M103, just a standard foundation brush, good for buffing. This for blush is incredible. It's the M201. It's kind of like the Morphe and Ariel one, but with a slant to it, which I think is a really nice feature for this brush. And then for concealer, we have the M132. So if you're looking for any new brushes that are affordable, Morphe has these new ones that I think are incredible. I wanted to mention these for new launches for brushes. Tons of makeup. I didn't want to cut back on anything, and I didn't want to cut back on my fragrances either. So I have all my favorite launches this year, which have been Fleur. They've been coming out with hit after hit lately. They have this new vanilla nectar one, which I haven't even mentioned on my channel yet, which reminds me of a toy from my childhood. I wish I could tell you which one. It also has this sweet tart kind of note to it, which sign me up. Fruity vanilla, hello, I love this. And then the beach skin and peach skin that came out from Fleur, also incredible. For body mist, my favorite to launch with this vanilla nectar one. I can't pick. You can't make me pick from these three which one I like the best. From Sol de Janeiro, we have the Aqua Mystica, the blue one. This also I pulled out of my beach bag. This has been my go-to really light and fresh scent with a hint of tangerine. It gives that fruity freshness, which I think is really pretty. After a day at the beach, nothing hits better than a fresh scent to me. So this is perfect for a beach bag scent. Marshmallows and Lychee Milkshake from Ellis Brooklyn. Hit after hit again from Ellis Brooklyn, along with their Perfuming Guava Granita. I cannot get enough of Ellis Brooklyn right now. They're truly catering to my scent preference right now. So many good, sweet, musky, fruity scents going on right now that I just cannot get enough of it. And then also from Letta, they launched a rose scent in 16 Scenic Rose, which has a strawberry note. Think fruity rose, and that's what you get from this. Been a really good launch this year. And then the Lake and Sky 1111 Vanilla. I love 1111. It's top 5 for me for fragrance, and this having a vanilla note to it. You can tell. For me to start making dents in perfume this early on in the year, you know, it is a true hit for me. And then I recently tried the brand 5 Scents, and this is the Into Deep scent. If you like a stronger scent for summer, I think you'd really like this. I'm more so light and fresh and fruity for myself, but this, there is a time and place. For nighttime, I think in the summer would be a good go-to for me for this, but I love the 5 Scents fragrances that I've tried. They've all been good. For hair, I just have my one product, my Kerastase Anti-Breakage Fortifying Serum. The amount of hair growth I have right now from this. This is a pricey little treatment that I've incorporated into my routine, but I love it for my hair. I'm worried to ever stop using this though. I really enjoyed the Delba UV Essence Waterfall Sunscreen that I tried this year. My favorite one still is the Purito, which is better if you have more oily skin, I feel. This one's better for summer and it's long wear, so I love that, but this one's more hydrating, more skincare type anti-aging benefits, so it kind of depends on your skin type and what you prefer. I love both, but right now, Purito I'm using. For serum, I have the Medicube PDRN Pink Peptide Serum. I'm actually almost done this bottle. It has been a go-to serum for me. I feel like it's changed the texture of my skin and the overall glow. PDRN has just been working out really nicely for my skin. I know people have different thoughts on PDRN, but it works for me. I'm going to continue repurchasing it and using it. And then for eye cream, I mentioned briefly that I haven't found a Korean option. This one I got in PR, Palissim Professional, I don't know how to say it, Eye Contour Lifting Cream for restoring the eye area. This has been my go-to eye cream. I haven't looked into it, but it has been magic in a jar, so I've been loving that this year. And then from Medicube, we have their Zero Pore Pads, which I mention constantly, but it's so good at keeping my skin texture at bay, and it's gentle enough for my sensitive skin. The last thing for moisturizing my body has been the Josie Maran Golden Hour scent. This moisturizer is life-changing. It keeps my skin so hydrated. My tan goes on really nicely with this. Just don't touch your arm when you're sleeping, but you know, it keeps my tan good, especially now that I'm a little bit drier actually in the summer, just from being out in the sun. My skin is drier summer than winter, so I need to keep on my hydration game, but that is the best one out there for keeping hydration locked in my skin and giving me a glow. Like, I would wear that and just go out. It's not too heavy as long as you don't use too much. A little goes a very long way with that. Future Cheryl here, and also sick Cheryl, trying to finish up this video because I had this filmed earlier and I forgot a whole section of what I wanted to talk about in this video, which is beauty devices, which are a huge part of me and my routine because there's something I do for myself. I don't really go out to anywhere to do facials, Botox, none of that. I love getting devices and doing at-home treatments for myself. This is my newest device. It's my Ulick Air 10, which is an IPL hair removal device, and I'm in love with it. I did laser in the past. I love this even more because of the convenience of it, and it doesn't hurt. It has built-in cooling in it so that when you're doing your treatment, it's not giving you that rubber band snapping effect, which can be painful. And I use this on my underarms, my bikini line, my legs, and because I've been at the lake, the pool so much already this summer, and not having to shave or worry about it, it has come in so handy. So I cannot say enough good things about this. I'm finally done my 6-week treatment, and I just love my results. So I had to start there. Something that I use pretty much every single night, which isn't new this year, but I still wanted to mention it because it's one of my favorite devices, is my Current Body LED mask. Incorporating LED into my routine has been something that's just been so effective. The overall evenness of my skin, and as I said, I do this nearly every night. Just throw it on, read my book, 10 minutes. Don't have to worry about using any sort of handheld device, which you can have LED in the small form in my Medicube device. And you can also have microcurrent, which I'm going to mention another one I like more. If you're looking for a 4-in-1 device, I'd go here, but strictly LED, I do the Current Body mask, and for microcurrent, I do have something else, but this incorporates everything. You get a booster mode, which helps absorb skincare, air shot mode, which is like microneedling, and then you have an LED plus a microcurrent mode in this as well that gives you those effects just a little bit smaller because it's handheld and it's only here. But it's my favorite all-in-one device. If you're just looking for everything all-in-one, I would buy the Medicube for sure. And then my favorite standalone microcurrent is my Zip Halo because it has nanocurrent in it as well. Microcurrent and nanocurrent is just really good for lifting and defining my jawline especially. This might have been the end of last year. I can't recall. My brain is not working right now. I was editing this video and realized I didn't film this whole portion of my beauty devices, which I love. So those are all my favorite beauty devices. And this one's a favorite device, not necessarily beauty, but it's my Ultra Human ring, and they're doing a sale on it currently. If you've ever wanted a smart ring, I actually recently did another video on it because they have so many more features now that I'm actually going to be canceling my Oura Ring subscription. So finally have decided that Ultra Human is the way to go, but I'm not going to labor that here. Check out that video in case you're interested in a smart ring. I know not everyone is, but I love both my smart rings actually. But now I'm all about my Ultra Human, so many new features, and they are doing a sale. So I'll have that link below, along with all my other beauty devices that I wanted to share in this portion of the video. So thank you for watching Future Cheryl. I'm gonna go back to bed and edit my video and hopefully get this up tonight for you guys. So if you're seeing this on Tuesday, I have succeeded. So I think that's everything for this Best of Beauty for 2025. I cannot believe how many products I have and how long this took to film, but I set everything up. I couldn't just knock out products in this video. I wanted to share all my favorites. Oh, you were sitting there. This gloss from Charlotte Tilbury. Incredible. But you already knew I love that. If I want some golden glow, today would be perfect for this. We'll just have a billion colors on. It now perfectly matches my dress. That's the Big Lip Plumpgasm in Nudegasm Diamonds. that is. Anyways, we're officially done now. It was a very long video, and if you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. Leave a tropical summer emoji if you made it here this long and you're listening to me right now. I'd love to know who made it to the end. So thank you so much for watching this video, for clicking on it, commenting, liking, subscribing if you haven't already. I would love for you to do so by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.